This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. I have with me Mr. Phil Hartstein of Finjon Holdings. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is FNJN. Phil, welcome back to SNN Live.
Thanks, Shelley. Always a pleasure to be back with you.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Let's start out by giving our audience of investors an overview of the company, if you would.
Finjon, this year we are celebrating our 20th year as a cybersecurity company. We report in 4 segments. We have a licensing business, which by far and away is the largest segment of our business. We have a cybersecurity advisory services business. We have a mobile security business. Follow the theme here with cybersecurity. And we also have investments in innovation through a venture fund with Jerusalem Venture Partners, again in the cybersecurity space.
So in the cybersecurity space, what are some of the drivers in the marketplace that make Finjon go?
Everybody knows about these threats. There isn't an industry vertical that you wouldn't see today that has consumer data that travels through it where there hasn't been a breach. Every brand name, every major logo and trademark you would recognize in that category. It's an incredibly important topic, and it's something that Finjon's 20-year history in this business has been focused on addressing from a security perspective. And here we find the business today really sitting on a fundamental portfolio of patent assets that cover these technologies that are being deployed to protect all of that information.
Phil, can you give us some insight into your latest news, if you would?
Absolutely. It's part of the reason why we come to investor conferences just like this. You know, the company's been public for about 3 years now. We've been on NASDAQ for a little over 2. The last 3 months for us have represented a dramatic increase, a nice trajectory forward in our stock price, almost doubling over the 3-month time period. Seeing a lot of volume and movement. You asked specifically about what's driving that. So as a public company, we've been pursuing licensees in the industry with our patent portfolio. We've seen a number of things that have influenced that. We're seeing news that's coming out of the legislative and out of the policy industry that benefits us. We're seeing a tremendous amount of support and confirmation from the U.S. Patent Office to the value of our patents. We are seeing an acceleration in licensing. Moving aside from that, we've even recently settled one of our lawsuits as we move forward. In fact, just shortly before this event, about a week and a half ago, we even raised a round of preferred equity and bringing a non-dilutive form of equity into the company. All of these things have really transpired to give us a lot of momentum coming into this event.
So now you've got news, you've got, obviously cybersecurity is on every conference table. I mean, it's all throughout the industry. Everybody's worried about it. What are some of the catalysts that are going to drive the future of this company?
We get this question a lot, and sometimes it's asked in the form of what's your competition? And we really don't have competition. We're really here to support the cybersecurity industry. That's where we invented this technology for. Today that continues in licensing. We have dozens of ongoing licensing discussions. We have more than 6 active pending lawsuits in this space. We recently settled one with Proofpoint, actually just today. The news was out today, and the money hit the bank account yesterday. So this company has a history of collecting. From a perspective of how big this industry is, you can't deny now the value that Finjon's patents represent. You can't deny the investment that we've made in the pipeline of pursuing these licenses, and you certainly can't deny the outcomes that we've seen from both the U.S. Patent Office and recently through the district court cases that we're involved in. But even more than that, Shelley, returning to being an operating business is also important to this company. This is the first quarter that we're actually reporting and giving guidance in our cyber risk advisory services business. We're expecting somewhere between $150,000 and $300,000 in booked revenue for the quarter, maybe as much as $1 million for a year. So in less than a year, we've built that business. It's gotten legs and it's moving. Finjon Mobile, we actually have a development platform that we're working on to push out our patented technologies through a mobile device management or MDM platform. And listen, even on our venture investment, which we thought was going to be a long-term play, produced early returns. We made a $5 million commitment. We put 2 into the fund. We got our money back, and with that fund investment size actually increased. it's been a really great year for us, a really great year for shareholders.
For more information, where can our investor audience go? Your website, please.
Best place, finjan.com. FINJAN.com. You can find everything you're looking for on the website.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Hartstein, Finjan Holdings. It's a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, and the symbol is FNJN. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNN Live, and we're coming to you live from the 2016 LD Micro Invitational in Bel Air, California. Phil, thanks again for coming on to SNN Live.
Thanks, Shelley. Always appreciate the opportunity.
You're welcome.